have a problem if no one else can help.
They specialize in the ridiculous.
I'm gonna kill you, fool! Maybe you can hire the A-Team.
In 2010, after years of talk, the A-Team was back, this time in a big-budget movie based on the 80s television series starring George Papard, Dirk Benedict, Dwight Schultz, and Mr. T. The big screen adventure would see the stars recast with Liam Neeson, Bradley Cooper, Quentin Jackson, and Charlotte Copley. Ever since the mid-90s, there were plans for an A-Team movie thrown around Hollywood, with even scripts being written and directors attached.
I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at your hair.
This court is rendering guilty verdicts for this Alpha Unit, or A-Team.
For the 2010 film, original show creator Stephen J. Cannell would team up with Alien producer Ridley Scott and Top Gun producer Tony Scott to finally get the movie off the ground. For directing duties, they hired Joe Conahan, who had directed Smoking Aces a few years before. The main cast was an important part of the film, as they had to get skillful actors that could pull off the action scenes and stay true to the characters fans grew up on. Liam Neeson would come on as the team's leader and the man with the plan, Hannibal Smith.
Specialize in the ridiculous.
He should never be underestimated.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Bradley Cooper will use his charm as the smooth con man that all the ladies loved, Templeton Peck, aka Face.
He's never to be trusted.
It's beyond nuts, boss.
A little stuffy. I'm gonna pop a window.
MMA fighter Quentin Rampage Jackson would pity a fool as the new Mr. T of the team, B.A. Baracus.
He is the A-Team's vehicle and munitions expert and should be approached with extreme caution. I'm BA, you're gonna be unconscious.
And rounding out the A-Team were Charlotte Copley as Howling Mad Murdoch.
You crazy? The A-Team's aviation expert.
Ladies and gentlemen, the right wing is on fire. Awesome!
He is considered unstable.
Here we go! Whoa!
Two familiar faces from the 80s would also be cast. Gerald Mccraney, who many remember from the 80s as one half of the Simon & Simon Brothers and Major Dad, came on as General Morrison. Young child actor of the 80s and the TV Small Green Bandit, Brian Bloom, would write the film, but also co-star as one of its main villains as Pike. Original cast members Dirk Benedict and Dwight Schultz would make a small cameo during the closing credits of the film. Mr. T, however, turned down the offer if he wasn't allowed to play B.A. After the release of the film, director Joe Carnahan said Mr. T loved the movie and called it the greatest thing in the world. However, Mr. T himself would go on to say that the story glorifies sex and violence, making it unfaithful to the original television series. And then, Mr. T's attorney later would say that the actor had never even seen the film.
Give me a minute, I'm good.
Light them up. Kill them all.
Give my team an hour. We're unbeatable.
The film was released in June 2010, earning $26 million opening weekend. With an estimated $110 million budget, not counting in marketing of the film wouldn't be able to make a profit for the studio, only grossing worldwide $177 million. The overall reaction to the film seemed to be mixed from critics and the fans. Peter Travis of Rolling Stone called it big, loud, ludicrous, but added that he would pity a fool who would let that stand in the way of enjoying the A-Team. Yet Lou Limnick of the New York Post wrote that it was overlong, overblown, and forgettable, and that he would pity the fool that went to see the A-Team. Overall, the movie was fun, silly, and at times over the top. But for some, that's what they wanted from a movie based on a TV show that was often fun, silly, over the top, and never took itself too seriously.
You banking my van! I'm gonna kill you, fool!
You can't park there. It's a handicapped zone.
The A-Team.
With the release of the film came a big marketing push, with a tie-in comic book, a mobile game released for the iPhone, and toy company Gearswares would release two lines of figures, a 12-inch line that would be made up of only two figures, one of B.A. Baracus and the other one of Hannibal Smith. 5 figures would be released in the basic figure line. All 4 of the main A-Team members, Hannibal, B.A., Face, and Murdoch, with a Lynch figure serving as the bad guy. They would also release a van to go along with the action figure line. Although the movie was a mild hit at best, the toy line would not make any major impact in the toy sales and would mostly hit clearance bins soon after the release of the film. But the line would become very sought after in the aftermarket, making it one of the few modern-day action figure lines to go up in value. The van from the line can sell for anywhere around $100 in box, and even loose it sells for around $50 to $70 in good shape. The figures can be found for around $30 to $40 in the package. A loose figure out of the package can even go for around $20. Overall, the figures look really well done and match the likeness of the actors in the film. The van, though it has a small role in the movie, is the key piece in this collection. It's very well done and fits in with any collection if it's based on the movie or the 80s show, as it's a lot more detailed than any of the van toys we got during the 80s. Overall, the movie was a lot of fun, and it had potential for a great series if the movie did well, where a sequel could have saw the A-Team solving more local crimes like the television series. Sadly, with the movie not making a profit, any chance of a sequel has gone out the window. The only thing we can hope for now is to leave the A-Team in the 80s or hope for a very good reboot. Thank you for watching. As always, thumb up, if you like my content, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk again soon.
I love it when a plan comes together.
The A-Team. This film is not yet rated.
Junkman.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.